Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A buoy with a round bottom and conical top. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. A room or building equipped with one or more toilets. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Preserve in a can or tin. The quantity contained in a can. Airtight sealed metal container for food or drink or paint, etc. A buoy with a round bottom and conical top. A tall, elegant chest of drawers. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. Slang for a paunch. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. A resistor with 3 terminals, the third being an adjustable center terminal, used to adjust voltages in radios and TV sets. Often followed by of, a large number or amount or extent. A container in which plants are cultivated. Street names for marijuana. The quantity contained in a pot. The cumulative amount involved in a game, such as poker. Metal or earthenware cooking vessel that is usually round and deep, often has a handle and lid. Plant in a pot. He potted the palm. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. Slightly intoxicated. Marked by foolish or unreasoning fondness. A receptacle for urination or defecation in the bedroom. British informal, trivial. Potty little details. Have a bowel movement. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. Grow shoots in the form of stools or tillers. Solid excretory product evacuated from the bowels. A simple seat without a back or arms. Forestry, the stump of a tree that has been felled or headed for the production of saplings. Lure with a stool, as of wildfowl. React to a decoy, of wildfowl. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. Put a monarch on the throne. The Queen was enthroned more than 50 years ago. Sit on the throne as a ruler. The chair of state for a monarch, bishop, etc. The king sat on his throne. The position and power of an exalted person, a sovereign or bishop, who is entitled to sit in a chair of state on ceremonial occasions. A plumbing fixture for defecation and urination. Misfortune resulting in lost effort or money. Pensions or in the toilet. A room or building equipped with one or more toilets. The act of dressing and preparing yourself. He made his morning toilet and went to breakfast. A room or building equipped with one or more toilets. A room, as in a residence, containing a bathtub or shower and usually a washbasin and toilet. A room or building equipped with one or more toilets. Youngest son of Henry II, King of England from 1199 to 1216, succeeded to the throne on the death of his brother Richard I. Lost his French possessions. In 1215 John was compelled by the barons to sign the Magna Carta, 1167 to 1216. A prostitute's customer. New Testament, disciple of Jesus. Traditionally said to be the author of the 4th Gospel and 3 epistles and the Book of Revelation. The last of the 4 Gospels in the New Testament. A room or building equipped with 1 or more toilets. A room or building equipped with 1 or more toilets. A toilet that is cleaned of waste by the flow of water through it. A bathroom sink that is permanently installed and connected to a water supply and drain pipe, where you can wash your hands and face. Hidden from general view or use. A privy place to rest and think. A room or building equipped with 1 or more toilets. A small outbuilding with a bench having holes through which a user can defecate. Followed by to informed about something secret or not generally known. Privy to the details of the conspiracy. Cease to consider. Put out of judicial consideration. This case is dismissed. Stop associating with. Bar from attention or consideration. She dismissed his advances. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. End one's encounter with somebody by causing or permitting the person to leave. I was dismissed after I gave my report. Declare void. Cause to move or shift into a new position or place, both in a concrete and in an abstract sense. Take the place of or have precedence over. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Cause to move, usually with force or pressure. The refugees were displaced by the war. Call forth. Emotions, feelings, and responses. Provide with fuel. Oil fires the furnace. Start firing a weapon. Go off or discharge. The gun fired. The process of combustion of inflammable materials producing heat and light and, often, smoke. Fire was one of our ancestors' first discoveries. Start or maintain a fire in. Fire the furnace. Feelings of great warmth and intensity. Become ignited. The furnace wouldn't fire. The act of firing weapons or artillery at an enemy. Hold your fire until you can see the whites of their eyes. Intense adverse criticism. Clinton directed his fire at the Republican Party. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. The boss fired his secretary today. Cause to go off. Fire a gun. Destroy by fire. A fireplace in which a relatively small fire is burning. They sat by the fire and talked. A severe trial. He went through fire and damnation. Bake in a kiln so as to harden. Fire pottery. Drive out or away by or as if by fire. The soldiers were fired. Fuel that is burning and is used as a means for cooking. Put the kettle on the fire. Generate an electrical impulse. The neurons fired fast. Once thought to be one of 4 elements composing the universe, Empedocles. The event of something burning, often destructive. They lost everything in the fire. Press, force, or thrust out of a small space. A put out of a base runner who is required to run. The put-out is accomplished by holding the ball while touching the base to which the runner must advance before the runner reaches that base. Force to leave an office. Expel from one's property or force to move out by a legal process. Force with the thumb. Force or drive out. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Cause to come out in a squirt. Emit or cause to move with force of effort. Force out the air. Inform somebody of something. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Terminate a relationship abruptly. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. An enclosed space. A bag made of paper or plastic for holding customers' purchases. Make as a net profit. The termination of someone's employment, leaving them free to depart. Plunder a town, after capture. The barbarians sacked Rome. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. A hanging bed of canvas or rope netting, usually suspended between two trees, swings easily. A loose-fitting dress hanging straight from the shoulders without a waist. The quantity contained in a sack. A woman's full loose hip-length jacket. Any of various light dry strong white wine from Spain and Canary Islands, including sherry. Put in a sack. The grocer sacked the onions. The plundering of a place by an army or mob usually involves destruction and slaughter. The sack of Rome. Stop associating with. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. Bring to an end or halt. The attack on Poland terminated the relatively peaceful period after WWI. Be the end of. Be the last or concluding part of. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. The company terminated 25% of its workers. Have an end, in a temporal, spatial, or quantitative sense, either spatial or metaphorical. The bronchioles terminate in a capillary bed. Vulgar slang for anus. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Slang for sexual intercourse. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. A pompous fool. Hardy and sure-footed animal smaller and with longer ears than the horse. The side of an object that is opposite its front. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Of timepieces. My watch is running behind. In debt. He fell behind with his mortgage payments. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Having the lower score or lagging position in a contest. Behind by 2 points. Low-lying alluvial land near a river. A cargo ship. They did much of their overseas trade in foreign bottoms. The second half of an inning, while the home team is at bat. A depression forming the ground under a body of water. The lower side of anything. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Come to understand. Provide with a bottom or a seat. Bottom the chairs. Situated at the bottom or lowest position. The bottom drawer. Strike the ground, as with a ship's bottom. The lowest part of anything. They started at the bottom of the hill. The lowest rank. Bottom member of the class. Ask for and get free. Be a parasite. Person who does no work. A lazy bum. Be lazy or idle. Her son is just bumming around all day. A person who is deemed to be despicable or contemptible. Throw the bum out. A vagrant. He tried to help the really down and out bums. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on. Of very poor quality, flimsy. The fleshy part of the human body that you sit on.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.